What's up, everybody? Today Lincoln and I are out here. We're going to set our live trap and we're going to see if we can catch ourselves a possum or a raccoon. We're going to show you the trap right now. Alright, so we're going to set this later on tonight, and then we'll come back in the morning and check it and see if we got anything. I'll put a link in the description for some other traps I've used before that I like a little bit better than this one, but at the moment this is what I've got to work with, so check that out. So this is the trap, door over here. And this one I don't like quite as much because there's not much room behind the plate and where you'd put your bait. I'll actually put a link to some better traps, in my opinion, that I've used before. But raise the lid up here, put your bait in the back, and then the animal walks through, steps on the plate, the door shuts, then you've got yourself an animal. I've got the trap all set, the door's up. He's gonna walk back and step on this little plate back here behind. I'm gonna put the bait behind it and hopefully it'll step on it and that'll release the door, drop the door down and catch him inside. We're gonna be baiting with some tuna fish. Has a really good smell to it, and raccoons, possums, pretty much anything like tuna. So we're gonna open this, put it inside the back there and get it all set. All right, so I got my bait in there. Now that bait is sitting, if you can see it, kind of on top of that plate, which is not ideal, but I put some up underneath that plate so that when he gets back there, he's gonna have to dig around to get the bait that's up under there. But that stuff that's sitting on the plate will just kind of get him in there. And then once he gets in, then he's going to want to dig around to try to get the rest of that food that's underneath that plate that he has to step on. Once he steps on the plate, it's going to trigger that door. The door's going to shut, and we'll have our animal in there. So we'll check this in the morning, see if we got anything. It's the next day. We're going into the woods to check the trap, and hopefully we got something. It was a good night last night. Should have been a good chance to catch something. So we're going to go down here and see if we got one. Hey, Lincoln, what? We did get something.
Got a possum.
Yeah, we did.
All right.
A little possum. Look at that guy. All right. First trap of the year. What do you think?
I think probably 5%.
All right, let's take a look at this little guy. All right, so he's not hurt at all. So these traps, they just walk in, they step on that plate, and the door falls. So that little guy's not hurt, but he's just acting like he's a little mad. Our first catch of the year, so we're excited about that. I haven't seen this guy around here before on the camera. All right, so we got this possum. It's our first catch of the year. And I've had a camera up out here, but I haven't seen this guy before. He's a smaller one, so he's probably last year's. And I've seen a bunch of raccoons and other possums, but not this one. But anyway, he's nice and healthy looking. And Lincoln wants to cook him up for Thanksgiving, so. Just kidding. We're gonna let this guy go. All right, I got the door open, and I'm gonna try to let this little guy out. But possums are hard to get out of your cage sometimes because their little claws just hang on to the wire. So I'm gonna try to just dump him up and see if he'll come out. Sometimes they're kind of hard to get out. All right, we got the possum out of the trap. The door's down, so he can't get back in. But a lot of times possums just kind of chill out. They don't run away right away. So he's still hanging on to the trap over there. He doesn't want to let go. But anyway, we're gonna let this guy just be, and then he'll go on his own. We're just gonna let him go over here. But a lot of times possums, they just curl up like that until you leave. So we're gonna leave, let this little guy be, and he'll be on his way. He's fine. He's just gonna go back down in the woods and be on his way.